was gonna say you actually sent us something about this application for NVIDIA because I did want to talk about NVIDIA real quick too. About the
Yeah.
5000 series. What's going on with that with the CUDA applications? What does that
Oh
mean?
yeah. Fuck
Oh
off. Yeah, I didn't get
dude.
to
Yeah.
read it. I saw you put it. You put it in a fucking chat like at fucking 1 a.m.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah, just
yeah.
gooning at midnight.
So what's
Yeah.
going on with that?
Midnight Goon Sesh.
Just midnight, just dooming. Actually, just dooming. Sorry, I was semi gooning, semi dooming. You know, on Twitter. And
What'd you come across?
dude, we love the 50 series over here at the BOV, and I'd say it just keeps on getting better and better for early adopters. If the 50 series isn't gonna absolutely incinerate your entire house as well as your family who's sleeping, in the middle of the night, because like that's like, I don't know if you guys heard about that. Like the power cords essentially are just frying. Like the PSUs that people are using, it's like it's just not meant to exist. It's literally like burning people's like whole setups up and probably even rooms. I think at this point, if not houses. yeah, definitely, it's dangerous. And so another thing that they came out that has come out is that NVIDIA for the 50 series is ending support for 32-bit CUDA applications, which include older physics games.
In layman terms, young man.
What does that mean?
Stupid. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And
I might be a little
like
stupid myself to explain this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like,
so
what does it imply?
Yeah. What does it imply? Yeah.
So like basically PCs nowadays. I mean, it's more. I want to say it's like 86 is like. It's like some kind of format. I don't know. I'm not like the right type of person to like explain this. I'm kind of like newish to computers too, but I know that imagine like older computers, they had to run on like 32-bit. It's kind of like the Super Nintendo. I'll like give you like layman's examples. Like Super Nintendo was like 16-bit,
No.
whereas like the first Nintendo was like 8-bit.
Yep.
Okay. So, and then like the Nintendo 64, they're like, oh yeah, it's 64 because it's 64, 64-bit.
Mega
like
Man, I believe, was 32-bit, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, computers are kind of like the same deal. You can run like your typical like web browser, and anything, off of like, pretty much like nothing, but certain applications, like, I'm mentioning like these video games and graphics. So like 32-bit is like they were able to push these, we can call them PlayStation generation games, with those 32-bit CUDA cores, which like graphics cards usually have like a bunch of like, they have cores and whatnot. I'm assuming, again, I'm new to like this whole thing, but the way I understand it is that 32-bit CUDA is like old. It's like dated. Whereas nowadays, they're moving on to a 64, I would imagine. I don't know what the hell, like the biggest thing. I didn't do quite too much research on like what exactly like these things are. All I know is that from what I read is that games using the PhysX games, which is like certain things like games like it has right here like Cryostasis, Mirror's Edge.
So basically, games that utilize this CUDA application, older games that run it. They're not going. NVIDIA's not going to support that shit. So they're ending support. From what I understand,
you're not going to be able to run those games off of your GPU. It would run off your CPU now, but even then, it'd be like emulating, and it'd be like
that sucks.
It says. Yeah, those games will instead use a CPU to emulate it, which can be much costlier in cases.
Yeah.
So
and your CPU uses a lot of stuff for other things, and then you want to use it for that game, and just like, nah, fuck that. I'm just like, you and then what? And make it overheat, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I'm just like, that sucks, dude. So branding applications for that's terrible. So that's like Mirror Edge too. Mirror Edge is was it cryostasis? Oh no.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this right now too. I hope the audience picked that up because I have no fucking clue what the fuck you're talking about. That shit went right over my fucking head. You started talking about like cryo GPU. I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, basically Vanguard is just certain games won't be able to run on this new GPU. It's basically that's how it is.
Okay.
In layman's terms.
That's fucked.
Yeah. So a lot of games, basically older games, won't run on the 5000 series.
You know how fucking stupid that is?
Yeah. That is fucking retarded. I'm just like, how are they gonna do that?
Most people, I would say I would say most people, like most real PC gamers, will buy the newer cards specifically to play those older games at like insane, specs.